Personally, I think that nowadays email marketing is the most helpful and functional way to reach potential clients. If you write directly to a client's email, it is gonna see this email and is gonna read what you have to offer. So today we're going to be checking out a software called GetResponse. It is an all-in-one marketing platform. It helps you with email marketing, with webinars, with marketing automation, with landing pages and CRM tools. I'm going to divide this tutorial into two parts. We're going to be checking out the basic functions in the first tutorial, and then I'm gonna upload a second video where we're gonna check some in-depth functionalities of GetResponse. So as always, my name is Santiago. Thank you very much for being here. So let's move on with this tutorial. I'm gonna make my face disappear so you can see my screen much better. See you guys at the end. This right here is the dashboard of GetResponse. As I was telling you, this is a software that lets you create campaigns, landing pages, newsletters for you to reach potential clients. First of all, I'm going to be teaching you how to add contacts. If we go to this option right here on the top left, we can click on contacts. Right here we have just one contact. This is myself. This is the account I used to create this GetResponse account. If we click on add contacts, we have some different options right here. We can add one by one. We could add them from a file that we have exported from a different service. We could use integration, or we could use a form that we could send to the potential contacts that we want to add. I'm just gonna add a couple of contacts. You can choose in which list they are gonna be organized. We have this account right here, that is the one that I used to create this account. This is the only list that we have. We can write any email that we want to add as our contact and the name of that contact as well, and we can save and go to lists. If we see right here, we have this list, the one that we used to create the account, and inside of it we have two contacts. If I click on it, we're taken to this screen right here where we have the two different contacts as of now. I'm gonna create another contact. If we wanted to create a different list for us to have, let's say, a different kind of contacts for a different part of our company, for example, we can create a new list and name it any way we want. Let's say we have job partners as a different list. We can add one contact for our job partner list, the one that we've just created. We can pick it from this drop down menu right here. So right now we have two lists, the default list that we've created from the start and the job partners list that has just one contact as of now. That is how you create new lists and new contacts inside of GetResponse for you to send different parts of the software. Let's say a newsletter. That is what we're gonna create right now. If we go back to the dashboard, we can click on create newsletter. Right here you can add the message that you want your newsletter to have. So I'm gonna write, this is a message inside of a newsletter. You have 128 characters for you to use. We can choose which email the newsletter is gonna be coming from and which email is gonna receive the replies. We just have this email, the one that we used to create the account, but we could add some other emails as well. The subject line is the one that we wrote right here at the top. We can add emojis if we want to, and we can add different data fields that correspond to different topics, for example, birth date, comment, company, and so on. We can preview the text if the readers want a sneak peek of our text. We can add recipients. The recipients that we can choose are from the different lists that we created. For example, the job partner list has one contact and the cooking reverse has 3 different contacts. So right now there are 4 recipients inside of this newsletter. We could design the message from scratch. We could attach a file if we've already designed it using a different program, or we could use some of these different templates that GetResponse has to offer. Let's say we want to pick this one. We can edit all the parts of the newsletter. We can change the logo, we can change the descriptions, we can change the links and the buttons that the newsletter will have. You can change the background color, the spacing, All of the different parts of the newsletter are there for you to play around with. You can move them around just like so. And once you're done, you can click on next. And this is the design that we're gonna use for our newsletter. You can send a test message for you to check that the newsletter is just the way that you want it. You can send it to a test email. And right at the bottom, you can select if you want to send the newsletter immediately or if you want to schedule it for a specific date and time. Once you're done, you can save this as a draft or you can schedule it for it to be sent on this specific date. I'm just gonna click on schedule, and just like that, we've created and sent our first newsletter using GetResponse and using the contacts that we added in the first part of the tutorial. Now we're gonna go back to the dashboard and we're gonna create a campaign for you to check out a different functionality of GetResponse. We can name the campaign any way we want. Let's say this is the best campaign ever. We can select from our lists to which members we want to send this campaign to. Let's say we just want to send it to our job partners. We can click on next step. In the second part, we are gonna tailor our message to fit our client's directions. And finally, we can select a palette for our email campaign. I want to use pastel because it is in line with the friendly tone. And you can also drag and drop a file of your logo if you want to use it in the campaign as well. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna generate as of now. It's gonna take a couple of minutes to generate the campaign. So this is what GetResponse created using the AI tool that it has integrated. We have the best campaign ever landing page, the best campaign ever autoresponder, and the best campaign ever newsletter. These are all inside of the campaign name. We can review each of them. This is the first one. As you see, it created everything using the pastel colors that I asked him to do, using the friendly vocabulary that I asked him to do as well. Let's check the autoresponder. We can further specify, for example, in which days we want to be receiving messages, the design of the newsletter once again, and we can publish it once we're done. That is pretty much how you use the basic functions of GetResponse, the email marketing software. This is, as I was telling you, the first part of the tutorial. I'm going to be creating a second tutorial for me to show you some more in-depth functionalities that GetResponse has to offer. If you want to use the paid version of the software, there are some affiliate links on the description box down below. Once again, my name is Santiago. Thank you very much for being here and watching this tutorial. I want to check out all of your comments on the comment section down below. Thank you very much for being here and see you on the second part. Bye bye.